back in 2008, Epstein and his associates were all shielded from the gravity of their crimes. And as a response, because everyone's like, how could this be? How could the whole system protect this child trafficker that, they were told that Epstein belonged to intelligence? And so, to set context before we dive into the emails, it's really not unusual for a powerful financier connected to Wall Street to work with the CIA. In
Hmm.
fact, the CIA has a whole department. It's called the National Resources Division, where occasionally major news outlets will cover the fact that NR offices routinely mingle with top bankers and hedge fund managers and even authorize them to collect private paychecks while on the CIA. And all of this could be done without any sort of documentation. And so in the latest files release, there's an email exchange between Epstein and Peter Thiel, where Epstein explicitly states that he represents the Rothschilds, which is one of the
Hmm.
most prominent banking families in the world. And then there's another email exchange between Epstein and Ariane de Rothschild, who is a French banker, and she's not. She married into the Rothschild family, but she's the CEO of a Rothschild family asset management firm. So, in this 2014 email with Ariane de Rothschild, he mentions the upheaval in Ukraine. And at that time, the Maidan coup was happening that actively armed and supported neo Nazis to take power. And we now know that that had CIA and US backing. And so in this email, he said that the upheaval in Ukraine will provide many opportunities, comma, many. And the reason why this is so significant is because there are clear ties with Epstein and intelligence agencies, and that Ukraine has always been a black market for human trafficking. And was especially true after all of the chaos and unrest that has happened there in the last 10 years. And beyond Ukraine and even the Epstein files release, the email inbox of Ehud Barak, the former prime minister of Israel, got hacked last year. And reporting by Dropsite revealed back in November 2025 that Epstein played the role of a middleman between de Rothschild and Ehud Barak to secure Rothschild's support and financing of cyber weapon and surveillance tech development for the Israeli intelligence community. And we know that Palantir's militarized surveillance apparatus from domestic operations in the US to Israel has supported crimes, atrocities, and human rights abuses all over. So the dots are connecting, and this is likely just the start of a much larger avalanche of connections emerging from the Epstein files release.